Hi and welcome to today's video, which is going to be the final one for 2024 as I'm filming it on New Year's Eve, and I've got in front of me my empties for the month of December, and I've been quite relieved to get rid of these and get them out into the bins. So I'm going to go as usual with that Bath and Body. So I've had a few of the Cussons ones, which you often pick up in pharmacies, or I think Home Bargains sell these as well. It's Cussons Creations. You're having a giraffe, apricot, jungle and papaya. So that was a nice foaming scent. It's obviously for younger people, for children's baths, but I enjoyed it and it was inexpensive. I've also got another one that is Marshmallow Magic. So that was obviously a sweeter type of like marshmallow sort of scent, and that these foam really well. So I get about 4 or 5 baths out of these. And then the final one is a limited edition. I presume it's called Driving Gnome for Christmas, Cotton Candy and Winter Berries. So that was really nice. I can't smell it because I do rinse them out. I get every bit of the bubbles out, bubble them up, rinse them in on the final wash. And then I have a Palmolive honey milk bath. That didn't foam, but it was very soothing and smoothing, and it had vitamin E in, so it was just a gentle bath soak, and it was really nice. And then I had one of my usual favourites, Astonish Golden Glow. Now with these, I don't know if I use all of them from start to finish, but sometimes I have more than one on any go, any time, and that's why they've built up. Now this took us some time to finish up. This is from M&S, and it is the Fragrance Society from Marx's, and it's expertly blended fragrance, cinnamon, nutmeg and leather. So it smells of a spicy leather. It's absolutely lovely. Now I've been to the large ones in Manchester. I've been to other really large Marks and Spencers that sell homeware, and I've not been able to find this fragrance in. I thought they discontinued it because they seem to have 3 in store, 3 different types. But online these are available, or they were. I'm not sure they're selling them off, but we will hope to pick some more of this one up because absolutely lovely. Mr. Bear used most of it, he enjoyed it, and I just finished it off as it was sat on a shelf. But definitely need to reorder this one because it's lovely foaming and a lovely rich scent that lingers. Then I have a usual tropical essence scrub from Licura. That's a copy of the Boom Boom scrub from Sol de Janeiro. Then we have a Daily Moisture from Aveeno. That came in a beauty box recently, and I managed to get that finished up. I've also eventually used up, and I'm sorry I washed it out before showing you because it was very sticky. I've got a by Gisou. It is a hair mask. Now I say it's sticky, it's more of a very rich emollient mask, and it is quite good. It's not the best I've ever tried, but it isn't bad at all. So I did get maybe 10 uses out of this little pot, because a little went a long way. I think, is it about 50ml? I'd say this is not clear. I think it's around 50ml, but I've had it a good while. I picked up a set from Selfridges a couple of years ago. And then I got from another beauty box a Perfect Body Smoothing Wash by This Works. And it exfoliates with fruit acids and PHAs, so that was nice. It didn't irritate my skin. And then I've got another one that I got recently, in a beauty box. It's the Ultra Repair from First Aid Beauty. So it is it's an all over lotion cream, so I use that on my arms and legs predominantly. I've got a couple of a shampoo and conditioner for fine hair. Yes, I'd say it was good fine hair. My hair's fine, but it cleansed well. The conditioner didn't do much for mine because obviously my hair's quite frizzy. But I did manage to use them samples. I also tried a small amount of the Chris Appleton and Colour Wow Money Mask, which is quite expensive. This is around £12, and the full size is around £40 for 200ml, I think. So this is 50ml. So I tried it and it just didn't do anything for me. It's a gel rather than a cream, and it's a whitish sort of semi-transparent gel, not fully opaque. And whilst a lot of people do give good reviews. There are a number who are saying it doesn't do anything, and I think it does depend on your hair type, your condition. I look after my hair the best way that I can, and I do protect it when it's coloured, but this did absolutely nothing. So I suspect this may be better for people with very little damage to the hair, in all honesty, and that has, you know, fairly good shiny hair to start with. Then I've got a Bioderma Sensi Bio H2O Eyes. So I used the face bestseller a couple of months ago, I think, and I've been using, I carried on using this. It's like a dual phase, biphase, so it's got oil and water, you mix it up. It did do a good job, and unlike the face one, it didn't particularly sting the eyes. I do like Bioderma, but that particular colour cap isn't my favourite. I've then got from Lacura my skin wipes, which I use after I've put face oil or face balm on and I'm removing makeup. I use that as a final swipe. I've got a hand cream by Ballard, and I picked these up from TK Maxx, and it's very much similar, not as nourishing as the L'Occitane, but you get a little pot. It's quite cute, and they do smell rather artificial appley, and I had several. I think this is the last one, so I'm glad I've got that used up. I also picked up from TK Maxx for $3.99. I'm not sure if I got it in store or online. I can't remember, because I do order I think I've ordered it online. This is the Margaret Dabbs Nail and Cuticle Serum. So I tried many things and I wanted to give this one a try. It has a pump. I managed to get the rest out by banging it. It was fine. It's a light serum-y cream. I can't say it did a lot for my cuticles and the nail beds, but I did use them each night, and it lasted about 3 months, which isn't bad. I've then got a vitamin C plus collagen, and this is from Dr. Dennis Gross, and this lasted a month or more. So it's a nice vitamin C, but it is expensive. The only thing, I just think it is nice for what it is. I would use it regularly, but if I can get others that are slightly less expensive, or get them in beauty boxes, I will use them. Then I've got Perricone MD Neuropeptide Firming Moisturiser. Now this retails about £400. It's a very expensive moisturiser. I did pick this up in TK Maxx, and it's taken a long time to finish up. I did have another when my skin was sensitive, and I did get rid of it because I didn't know what was upsetting the skin. I reintroduced this subsequently, and I used this post bath, and it wasn't problematic at all. I just used it on my face. But Perricone MD have a lot of active ingredients, so I did avoid using the neck area, but it did take many months to get all of this finished off, because it is 100ml. There it is, and I've just left a little bit in, so you can see it's a thick, creamy white, quite a thick cream, and I'd say it's unisex. It doesn't have a particularly pleasant smell, but he doesn't add fragrance to his products, Dr. Perricone, but that was fine. I would continue using them if they come up, but I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way, because I don't find the experience particularly luxurious in using, although I'm not saying they're not very effective. Then Mr. Bear used a ginseng eye cream, and he said that was fine. I give him, whenever I get those, I pass them to him. Then in a beauty box, I think it was in November, I got Peter Thomas Roth. It might have been one of the maybe Boots or one of the other Christmas editions. It was a cucumber gel mask and a rose stem mask. They were both highly translucent. One was green, one was in pink, and they were quite refreshing. I used them in the bath for the prescribed period, about 10 minutes, and then I washed them off, and they were nice. I can't say they did an awful lot though. And then I've got Perricone MD Face Firming Serum, which I used up obviously. I think I started and finished it in December. It's got quite an odd texture, quite firm, and quite a strong chemically scent. And I used it just on my face, and it wasn't problematic at all. And like I said, they are supposed to be helping with anti-aging. I finished up a Pro Collagen Marine Cream, which I used of a morning. And this is a 30ml. This is my favourite cream. All gone. I scraped every last bit out. I love this range. Absolutely one of my, well, this is my favourite. And then post bath I used a Filorga Nutri Filler. So this is also a cream. It's not particularly moisturising, but it's more of an active, I think. It says like a wrinkle filler, but it is supposed to moisturise as well, but it's not oily. So I think, although it's thick, a thick cream, I think even combination oily skin could use it. I think anyway. Or it's certainly worth a try. This is 15ml, and I got that on a, I think it may have been, it was a beauty box anyway, a selection beauty box, and I do have another which I'm going to pass on to Mr. Bear, but it was fine. Used it, like I say, post bath. Mr. Bear used the oil-free hydration dewy finish from Dr. Dennis Gross, and it's an alpha beta moisturiser, so it does have some chemical exfoliant. He used it. I suggested he use it a few times a week, over a number of weeks rather than every day, because it is an exfoliator, and which he did, and he said that was fine. He's also managed to finish up a Derma Solutions Dry Sensitive 100-hour hydration cream, which came in a Boots bag in summer. So he's managed to get all that up. He quite liked that. And it took him a couple of months to finish that, because he does use it all over his face and neck, and he said that was fine. I'm going to go on to household next, and then I'll do the makeup. So I got a candle from last year's Christmas collection at Aldi, and here it is. It is the Clementine, and I do like the nutcracker figurines on there. It doesn't burn very well. I never find they do burn well, so I am a bit reluctant to buy, unless something. I really like the scent. I'm a bit reluctant because it's a bit wasteful, those candles, but they don't burn properly. I've also got from a store that's a bit like a retail outlet, a bit like Boundary Mill, if you know what one of those is. I haven't got Boundary Mill near me, but I have a store that's similar, and I was able to get a Baltus is the brand, and I think it's a UK brand, and it is a tuberose angelica, and it's a reed diffuser, and there was 3 of them, and it was only £3, I think, or £15 down to 3, I think. So that was very, very good. Oh, it says 8. I can't remember, maybe it was 8. But anyway, it was good. They lasted a few months, and the final one I was used up early in December, and I switched out for my Christmas fragrances. Then the final selection, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 makeup ones. So I've got a Jane Iredale Smooth Affair Primer, which I absolutely love. It's an American brand. They don't particularly market here, I mean, you can buy them online, but they are quite expensive. But this is a beautiful moisturising, smoothing primer. It is a gel, slightly not fully opaque, but it's I'd say semi-translucent gel. A little goes a long way. You need a tiny amount, and I just find it very, very moisturising, and I think anti-aging in its formula. So I'm going to try. I've used several of these. I've got them in gifts with purchase and beauty bags. So I will hopefully buy one of these. In fact, I'm going to keep this out to remind me to do that. Then I've got by Laura Mercier the Translucent Plus Setting Spray 16 Hour, which I got from a Boots summer beauty bag. This is fairly new, absolutely rubbish. It didn't do a thing. It was more like just spraying water on the face. It didn't set, so I don't know where it gets its 16 hour from. And I actually found that it dried the skin out, although it doesn't have alcohol in. So it really did. It was just a very, very odd thing. It hasn't generally had good reviews. If you look them up online, I think that's why Boots put it in its beauty bag. I can normally get things to work because I put a lot of moisture on before I add makeup. But very disappointing, so it's not one that I would certainly buy. If I got it, I don't know whether I'd use it or maybe just pass it on. But no, that's a fail for me. Then I have from Benefit, I've got the 24-hour HD Brow Setter. So this is a mini that I got in a set. And it's quite sticky and dirty because I use it after I've put pencil on. But it didn't do a thing. It's starting to smell. I've only had it open about 3 months, and I've used it. I think I've used it as much as I can. I'm claiming this an empty. it didn't do a thing. It did not do a thing. I know I have very fine, sparse, short eyebrows. They're not difficult to move or set, but this did absolutely nothing. So I know a lot of people like it, but I don't know, not good at all for me. Likewise, I've got a Essence Superlast 24 Hour brow pencil. This is in blonde, so it's the fairest one. What I will say, it is a creamy pencil, but a bit too creamy, because when you try and either put it on the skin, which is what it's supposed to when it slides around, and also I've got a lot of my brows are white, so it wasn't particularly good at coating and colouring the brow hairs either. So it's a bit too soft. The colour was nice. If there was nothing else, I would pick it up. Otherwise, as there's others on the market, I would. I tried the Mina, or it looks like it's got a 3 in it, but it's Mina from Spain, which is in Superdrug. I've used theirs. It was a second to lightest. It was a bit dark, and I would try their lightest. So I would have that in preference to this. But I was able to use it all. It's all gone. In fact, it was just a little bit. It's gone dry. I thought there was a bit left. Nope. There. So it's dried out, but generally when it hits the skin, particularly as it's moisturised, it does tend to slip around, but others don't. So not my favourite, like I say. I've then used up something I got in a QVC kit a long time ago, a Christmas one, and it's the Benefit Boing, and it was foil sealed, so I was able to open it up this year, but it did dry out almost immediately. I don't know if that's normal or maybe the age of the product, but I did use that under the eyes, and it was fine. So that is all gone. So I thought this was full size, but and at 1.5 gram, but I think it isn't. I think it is a travel size, because I think it's 3.5 is full size, and it's 1.6 for this one. So that is all used up. It took quite a few months to finish. And then I have a Clinique eyeshadow quad, and this is one that was in my project pan, and I have now used them all. I use one of them as a highlighter, two highlighters, one for the brow bone, and the rest I use as eyeshadows. So this is now fully all used up. And then finally, I've got 2 nail products. I've got this Maybelline Love This Sweater, it's called, and that is a pink, a mauvey tone pink. It's looking a bit more brownish, but it is in real life more of a mauvey tone pink. That was lovely. That has all been used up, and I have a matching or near matching lipstick, which I still have, which came in the same set from Maybelline. And then I've got an Insta Dry top coat by Sally Hansen. That is my favourite top coat. And I'm not able to finish as much as I have, because they tend to go gloopy and it doesn't like being thinned that much. But that is all used up, or it was a tiny bit in the bottom, but I couldn't get it to come out. So that is now empty. So they're all the empties for December. Can I say thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for your support throughout this year. Hopefully I shall see you next year. I do have some more videos. I'm a bit behind because I wasn't particularly well in mid-December, so I'm playing and right up to Christmas actually, and I've still got the residual of an infection, but I'll be catching up and doing some videos pretty soon. But like I say, thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely new year, and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Please be safe, look after yourself, stay well, and I shall see you soon. And take care, and bye for now.